Hi guys, this is Kashif Mirza. In today's video, we are going to be focusing on English language. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 British idioms which would make you guys sound more British. So let's do it. The first idiom which we have is, you can say, probably the most British idiom of all, and that is not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. If something is not your cup of tea, it means you don't like that thing, or it is a kind of a thing which you don't like doing. For instance, you can say swimming is not my cup of tea. Swimming is not my cup of tea. Or because it means that maybe you prefer running or any other sport, but swimming, you don't like it. We often use this idiom in response to questions like, do you like running? Do you like swimming? So you can say, man, it's not my cup of tea. It is not my cup of tea. The second idiom which we have is piece of cake. Piece of cake. If something is a piece of cake, it means it's a really, really easy thing. It's something which is really, really easy. Not a problem, not difficult at all. For instance, since we are all learning English here, we can say learning English is a piece of cake. Learning English is a piece of cake. Or suppose you did an exam and it was an easy exam, you come out of the examination room, you tell your friend, man, it was a piece of cake. It was a piece of cake. The third idiom which we have is cheap as chips. Cheap as chips. It's a self-explanatory idiom. It means that something is really, really cheap. For instance, you go to a shoe store, you look at the price of the shoes and you say, man, these shoes or these are, they are cheap as chips. They are cheap as chips. Or suppose your friend is wearing a really good jacket and you ask him that, how much did it cost you? And he replies by saying, man, it was cheap as chips. It was cheap as chips. The fourth idiom which we have is, you can't do something to save your life. You can't do something to save your life. Well, you can't do something to save your life means, it is an exaggerated way of saying that you are terrible at doing something. For instance, as for me, if I would use this idiom, I would say, since I know that I am a terrible dancer, I would say, I can't dance to save my life. I can't dance to save my life. Or you can say that, I can't sing to save my life. I can't draw to save my life. The fifth and the last idiom which we have is in a tick. In a tick. If you're going to do something in a tick, it means you are going to do that thing very soon. For instance, someone asks you to do something, you can say, man, I'll do it in a tick. I will do it in a tick. Or if you're going to meet your friend and your friend calls you and asks you, man, where are you? We've been waiting for you. You can say, man, I will be there in a tick. I'll be there in a tick. I hope this video must have helped you guys in learning some new English idioms. If it is the case, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Language Time. Thank you.